Every 4 years, the world comes together for one thing. One tournament, 32 nations, 104 matches, billions of eyes watching. But on June 7, 2026, a few days before the opening whistle, a man who had spent 8 years earning his place on football's biggest stage sat in a Miami airport holding room. Not as a fan, not as a tourist, as a FIFA-certified World Cup referee who was told he couldn't come in. Mogadishu, Somalia, 1992. The year Omar Abdulkadir Artan was born, his city was in the grip of a civil war that would stretch on for decades. Football fields were often not safe. Routes to stadiums were rerouted to avoid explosions. Growing up in this environment, most people simply tried to survive. Omar chose to referee. He started officiating in Somalia's first division, one of the most challenging domestic leagues on the continent, played in a country still rebuilding itself from decades of conflict. Resources were scarce. Football infrastructure was almost non-existent. But Omar was building something, quietly, methodically, match by match. In that interview, Artan described his reality with remarkable calm. Sometimes he had to change his route to the stadium because of explosions nearby. "You cannot give up as a referee," he said. "You have to have a target." I had this target, but it was not an easy job. In 2018, that target paid off. FIFA placed him on its international referees list, opening the door to continental assignments and eventually the world stage. By January 2024, he had become the first Somali referee ever to officiate at the Africa Cup of Nations, handling a Group E match between Tunisia and Namibia, one of the tournament's great upsets. In June 2025, he stood on the pitch in Cairo as the first Somali referee to oversee a CAF Champions League Final, Pyramids FC versus Mamelodi Sundowns, the continent's biggest club match, and Omar was the man in the middle. Later that year, the Confederation of African Football named him African Referee of the Year. Not just Somali referee, African, the best on the entire continent. Then came Chile, the 2025 FIFA U20 World Cup. He was one of only 3 African referees selected, the sole representative from sub-Saharan Africa, another first for Somalia, another chapter written. When FIFA announced the official list of 52 referees for the 2026 World Cup in April, Omar Artan's name was on it. His response, reportedly, was a single word: Alhamdulillah, thank God.